What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are on FlowDaddy's account here, and we're going to do some work to help him progress his account. Now, some of you guys might be in a similar spot as FlowDaddy here, so this video will be important and useful for you guys. But you can kind of see here, FlowDaddy is a regular spender in the game. Obviously, he has a very nice roster of champions here, but he just doesn't have the time to commit to building teams and progressing through the game. So that's kind of where I'm coming in here to helping out him in some key areas. Right now, we're going to be focusing on Spider Dungeon, so he has an area so he can farm up silver and all that, so that his account, has resources to keep going. And we're going to build him out a full auto Nightmare Hydra team again, so that he can farm some of the best gear in the game. As you see here, with 10 million player power and only level 85, his account is very stacked. We have multiple mythicals here. We have a +1 Mikage as well. We have Marichka, Taras. We have lots of tools here, and we can definitely make, something to work for him. And if he ever wanted to get really into arena, for example, he can definitely do that as well. He has some very good arena champions here as well. You got Georgid here. We have Nell, which is the super meta right now. Of course, we have Nice here, which is absolutely insane. So he's got the tools for PvP if he so chooses. But anyways, guys, let's jump into this real quick and see what we can do for his account. All right, guys, so moving on to his dungeon teams first. Let's check out his spider progress. I've already identified some champions that might actually help him progress. We'll see what exactly we need to build out, but I think we have some work cut out for us here. We're basically entering stage 1 of hard spider, and we want to get a stage 10 and give him a farming team ready to go. So based on his roster here, I think the most efficient team I guess we can build is Wallmaster Otherion. He can solo all the way up to hard 10 with 4 food. So I think he's a very, very good option. Obviously, he's not going to be the best for turn attack, but he's probably going to be really, really close to some of the top, turn teams. But you also get 4 food with that as well, which is really, really good value. I think it's a good start. We'll start with the Wallmaster Otherion here. And, since FlowDaddy here is a little bit of he's got the spending spree going on. So he's got plenty of Slayer gear, which is exactly what you need to build a solo Otherion for Spider. So we'll kit out a really nice Wallmaster for him, and then we'll progress all the way up to hard 10. All right, guys, we are taking advantage of the free gear event here. So it's really, really nice, especially since FlowDaddy only really has 20 million silver. We're going to take some gear off of multiple champions here, but we got a pretty nice build here with Slayer gear. This definitely will work. So I have no issues with this. Let's equip and see what we can do in hard stage level 1. Unfortunately, we did have to change up the gear a little bit here just because we were a bit low on speeds and we don't actually have the glyphs. So for this build, we actually go first against the Spider. The Spider's 245 speed on hard 10. Since we are over geared for stage 1 and above, this should cut through the lower stages without any issues. Let's double check the masteries here, make sure that everything is okay. Now with these masteries, you probably really want Whirlwind of Death because you get some extra speed there. And I think War Master is probably okay. Helm Smasher is probably okay as well. Ultimately, you probably want both of these, to be honest. In the end, these two don't really matter. So I think I'm going to reset here. So let's reset here real quick. We get one free one, luckily. And yeah, let's work our way down, down, down. I'm okay taking War Master here. Let's take Whirlwind for sure. Full HP smashing, and we will have to take the accuracy. This one is good. This one is really good against Spider, obviously. Extra stats here. And I guess we'll take this one's probably going to be good value for Wallmaster as well. And yeah, so lastly, you probably want to take these two perhaps. Maybe this one because you get some extra damage. But yeah, let's roll with these for now. Let's see how we do in hard 1. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. Let's go here. Hard one. Not unlocked yet, meaning we have to do normal spider first. Okay, so this wasn't a little bit unexpected here. So let's make a team for normal first, and then we're gonna jump into hard. I was not expecting this. I thought we were just gonna jump right into hard. But yeah, let's make a team for normal first. All right, so just slogging through some of this normal spider right now with this rebuilt Otherion. Definitely working really, really well. Obviously, he deals max HP damage, so he's still going to be very relevant in normal spider. And yeah, we'll make our way up to hard spider stage 1 and see how well the Otherion build works as a solo unit. So far, the spider hasn't taken a single turn yet, so we're just basically having our way against him. And yeah, this team looks very easy for normal, just making it nice and safe. There we go, level 22, and then we'll just keep progressing this way. So we'll see you guys at the hard stage 1. All right, so we finished off the normal spider dungeons here without any difficulty at all. Like I said, with a bunch of random champions basically thrown in, but Otherion was doing all of the work. So here is where Otherion needs to shine. He's going to be doing it himself. Let's see if he can do it with 4 food champions. Let's slot him in. I don't think he requires any presets, but we'll have a quick look here. I think his blessing can be changed too, actually. Let me change his blessing here real quick. Crushing Rend at a 5-star only works for the first hit, so it's not going to be super effective in longer fights. So first 2 hits, sorry. So you definitely don't want to use this at a 5-star. I think for him, he lands enough debuffs that he can probably change him up to Nature's Wrath. That might be a little bit better. Maybe even Cruelty could be better as well. But I think Nature's Wrath here, you get a little bit of damage, increased damage inflicted by this champion by 3% for every debuff they place successfully, up to 15%. So basically, after he lands, I would say just a couple debuffs, because there's so many spiderlings, he'll get max damage right away. So this would be the preferred blessing for him. So that's what I'm going to do here. Switch him up. Now he's going to be doing even more damage. We are fortunate enough to have a 5-star Otherion. Obviously the build, is going to be much stronger with the 5 stars. Let's see how we do on stage 1. Now he is geared to do hard 10. So let's see if we can get there all the way up. Hopefully no issues with affinity and all that stuff. So he's already maxed out on the Nature's Wrath. And yeah, he's going pretty buck wild here. All right, let's go. This is real nice. Let's go. How fast can this? Almost 20 seconds. Almost 20 seconds here. All right, a little bit stronger, and we probably would have gotten it at 20 seconds. There you go. 27 seconds, 10 turns. Just double the amount of turns that some of those best speed teams can do. So really, really nice to see here. This one could be good for him. You got a 5-star legendary with speed accuracy, could be good. So I'm gonna hold on to that. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's see how we do here. I don't have an Otherion myself, so this is really exciting to see. I use the Eric's free to play champion strategy. Basically same strategy, except Otherion is just like a super Eric's basically. But you do need the Slayer gear, right? That's how he's getting so many turns, right? He's getting the turn meter boost and all that. A lot of it's coming from the Slayer gear, just making him go real crazy here. Okay, at least we can tank a hit. I think the decreased attack really helps us take a hit. So that's why it's important to have some accuracy. Yeah, 11 turns, 31 seconds. We did get hit there, so maybe some concern, but let's see how else we do. Maybe affinity might get us actually against force affinity. We might have to switch it up to deal with force affinity, but let's see. So far pretty good. All right, so we do take a hit and we're okay. We're totally okay. I wonder how much damage we take if we didn't have the decreased attack landed. So that might be an issue for the higher levels, because our accuracy I think is slightly below what we need. For hard 10, I think we're looking at 330. We're probably looking for about 330 accuracy. I think we're just touching 300 or 290 accuracy right now. So we need slightly better stats. We do have only a level 12 amulet, so we can get some more crit damage there. So that'll be helpful. Okay, so this one is force affinity, so we're negative affinity here. Let's see how well we do. We're doing quite okay. But the weak hits are definitely showing here. Obviously, we're not doing that much damage against the boss. The boss is still over half health. Let's see if we can keep up here. There we go. The more spiderlings on the field, the more turn meter we get, the more turns we get. Doing okay. Doing okay. We don't have any healing. Okay, so far okay. 45 seconds, 17 turns. Like the time doesn't matter that much, but the turns really count, especially for tournaments, like the turn attack tournaments. Let's see how we do against this positive affinity here. So it took us 45 seconds against the negative affinity. Let's see how well we do against positive affinity. Obviously, the stats will be scaled up because we're going up in difficulty. But it looks pretty good so far. Looks pretty good so far. 23 seconds. Maybe we should, oh, that would have been it. Yep, would have one spiderling off 10 turns. That's amazing. That's amazing. This is amazing, guys. Levels 5. Here's level 6. And if you guys have an Otherion yourself, you guys can make this build work with less stats. You just have to do lower levels, but you can still farm for food. So it could be an option for you guys. And like this build, it's not a specialized build so much that you can't use him anywhere else. You can use this same build in Hydra, for example. So it's not a wasted champion that you just dedicate for this one area of the game. But yeah, very nice here. Almost all done. There you go. 31, 11 turns. Very, very nice. Is it going to be smooth sailing all the way up to hard 10? Let's see. Let's see here. I think if you put perhaps Life Drinker, if you use Life Drinker on Otherion, if he starts getting a little bit dicey, then he can recover a bit, right? Especially if you have War Master on, then he can maybe even full recover as soon as he dips below 50% HP. So it gives you a little bit more time to finish off the spider. So that might be an option for you guys that are struggling. If you guys are struggling to hit builds, for example, this might be okay for FlowDaddy here. You got attack percentage with the 5-star, with the speed, but it's a 5-star banner, so it's probably not top, but you never know. It doesn't seem like FlowDaddy has done too much farming, so maybe that banner makes the cut, but we'll see. We'll hold on to that for him. He definitely needs silver, so it's good. And yeah, focusing on the spiders so you can get some silver back is really, really nice. Okay, so the force affinity here almost killed us. Probably big crit. I didn't really tell, but could have been a big crit there. This one, I think we're going to fail. Oh, we did get a heal here. It's kind of nice. Curious where the heal came from. Can we get another heal? That would be nice. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, that's real close. That's real close. I think we can get through this stage 8 without too much difficulty. Basically, just add like a newt in here and we can get through it. But pretty close. Let me just add 1 newt. And the newt will get 1 hit in. And maybe even keep the turn meter down. And then it's going to be all good. So let's manual this real quick. Let's do this first. We'll manual this real quick. We didn't get the decreased attack. Obviously, the negative affinity here. Okay, and I think we can just full auto this at this point. The 30% damage here from Newt is probably pretty massive, so I'll just full auto here. Yeah, the decreased attack really helps. But you guys saw that when the spider crit without decreased attack almost killed Aetherion. So this is a bit of a trouble stage. Obviously Force Affinity, but we're on stage 8. So as soon as we get past this, we're home free. All right, home free. This one's no good even for a newish account, I guess. I don't think Daddy here is a newish account by any stretch. But level 85, definitely missing a lot of time farming gear. So that's going to be one big thing for him moving forward. He's going to have to farm a lot of gear to progress his champions. Yeah, so we get the first hit, but we have to be able to tank the first hit from the spider because we're slightly faster than the fastest hard 10 spider, 245, but we have to be able to tank some hits too. See, this one we're positive affinity, which is really, really good. But yeah, we still need to be able to tank some hits. If we fail hard 10, we have lots of room for improvement. 35 seconds, 11 turns, looking real good. Yeah, this is going to be real nice. So this is it, hard 10. Let's see what we can do here with Aetherion. Get hit. We're already pretty low. Instantly, we are pretty low. Just trying to think how we can recover. This means that the spider basically cannot have another turn. But he's going to get at least one turn here. There we go. Oh, you know what? I think... Do we have a heal on kill? We might have a heal on kill mechanic here. Oh, that's real close. There it is. 36 seconds, 12 turns on hard 10, guys. This is hard 10, right? Hard 10? This is hard 10. Very nice. Let me just double check here. Maybe we can improve this build so it's a little bit safer. I mean, the build looks solid. You can definitely pump this up here. Let's pump this up and see what we can do. More damage for Aetherion just means more damage that he's going to be dishing out. He has no resources for that. Let's see. Accuracy. We're a little shy on the accuracy here, 279. You could bump up the speed here a little bit with this boot. Although it's not necessary, but it's good to have. You can make this a 16 so you can get a little bit more defense so you can survive the hits. This ring, I mean, this ring's not really doing too much. You could add a pinpoint ring, which gives you a bit more speed, 11 speed. But you probably don't want to give up the attack percentage. That's a lot of attack to give up, so you don't want to weaken yourself so much. Otherwise, I think it's okay. Where deals 2% more damage if any under any debuffs. Okay, so where is the healing coming from? I'm curious. Turn meter, speed, max HP. Where is the healing coming from? I don't know, guys. Do you guys see it? Where's the healing coming from? I thought maybe he had like some kind of on-kill mechanic that healed him, but he doesn't. Let's check this thing here. He has ignore defense. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know. Kind of weird. Anyways, let's try again with the upgrade amulet and see how we do against the spider here real quick. 36 seconds with 4 food. Looks pretty good. Now we can actually build a team for him for max speed. So I'll try to do that as well. So he has 2 options. He'll have 2 teams to deal with the spider here. He'll have solo Aetherion as well as a faster team, like a turn attack team. So we'll work on that after this. Just want to make sure that this actually runs pretty good. Oh, it's increased max HP. Sorry, guys. It's not healing. It's actually increased max HP. So that does come from his passive. My bad, guys. I just had to read the text. Reading's hard. Reading's hard. All right, looks good. 34 seconds. There it is. 35 seconds, 11 turns. Yeah, we can make a full team and try to get it down to 5 turns. That'll perform a little bit better against the turn attack tournaments. So we'll jump into that and see what we can come up with. All right, guys. So I made a full team here for FlowDaddy. I couldn't get it down to a 5 turn. I got a 7 or a 9 turn team. There's a bunch of restrictions on his account. Basically, he has no books. So I couldn't use somebody like Rogard to finish off the spiderlings. I was also running a little bit short on gear where I wanted to go. I was also missing books for HP burner. Ideally, you replace Mithral here with another HP burner AoE. So Mordecai, he does have Tomb Lord Drang and Ignatius, so for some irresistible burns. So once he can book those champions out and then he can insert him into this team, he would have a 5-turn team. But I'll show you guys how this run works here. It should be, obviously a little bit faster. I don't think his newt is is max HP capping as well. So with the way this is set up, there is chance to fail because we don't have the irresistible burn landing. And obviously the hex is still a point where you can still fail. But here we got the Reaper. The Reaper comes in. We got an 8-turn. The best I got was a 7-turn, and that was with the Reaper help. The Brimstone landing also helps as well, but it's at least 100% run, so it's a little bit faster than the solo Otherion. So that'll be up for him to use whether he wants to or not. We can take a quick look at the champions that I built here for this team. So Aphidus here, he's landing the HP burn. He's in a build that will work for a lot of different areas. I plan to use Aphidus for the Nightmare Hydra team. We have Artak. Again, this build obviously works for lots of areas. Mithrala, probably one of the weaker builds here, but it just kind of works. Newt, he's going to be built for a lot of areas, assuming that he wants to use Newt in places like Fire Knight Hard. This build will work. He does need a little bit of accuracy. Again, the account didn't offer me much in terms of flexibility on what I can do. You can see here I don't have any speed glyphs, so I couldn't really speed tune the teams properly. I just had to use whatever gear was available. And then we had Theodore here, kind of like in mishmash gear, but his build will work for lots of different content. I did try some different variations here. I tried Cavalax, for example. I built them out to hit, so he is in a viable build, but he doesn't hit hard enough in this team. Tunisia also hits not ideal to have on this team because she actually hits kind of hard, so her AoE brings down the health of the spiderlings a little bit too much. I did build the husk here as well. You can kind of see the husk is not booked out, so again, not ideal for this. And I did build a cold heart here to try as well, but the cold heart did not was not able to finish off the run to my satisfaction. So the best run so far is with Mithrala, 7 turns. So anyways, let's shift focus over to Nightmare difficulty Hydra. That's basically where he wants to be focusing on right now. We do have a bunch of champions here that we can definitely use, and he's looking for a 1 key here, full auto. So I'll see what I can do for him. And yeah, hopefully we can do way more than a 1 key. All right, guys. So I spent a bunch of time working on this Hydra team for FlowDaddy here. Now, this is Hydra Nightmare. He's never done a single Nightmare key before. We managed to full auto this with the auto function for Hydra, 42.56 million. The 1 key threshold is 36.6. So we managed to clear it. Not clean. So I'll show you guys this team here. It looks a little bit interesting. So I'll go over the team here and then the presets and all that stuff. But first, we're going to lock in this key. So congratulations, FlowDaddy, on your first ever Nightmare Hydra chest. Let's take a look at the champions that were used. So he does have a Duchess on his account, which is great. She's good carry everywhere. She's good in arena and all that stuff. So for Hydra, personally, I don't really like to use Duchess in Nightmare because I find that she's a little bit slow. She doesn't really bring a lot of damage or anything like that. But what this account really needs is a really, really strong support. And Duchess really brings that. She brings a team-wide revive. She also brings the Veil, which helps against the Head of Torment. For some reason, it's obvious reason you put the Brimstone here. The Brimstone actually helps with a little bit of damage. It is 6-star, so she doesn't need accuracy to land or anything like that. I built her with a little bit of resistance so that she can resist her buffs getting stolen. She's built fast so that she can, do some work in various areas, not just in Hydra. But I think for a team to be full auto, you definitely need something like Duchess, like a full revive, just to help out your team. Ideally, you run Duchess in like a 9-piece protection, super fast, super tanky, so that she can boost up the damage. So that's some area for improvement, but there's just not enough gear on this account to make it work. So we just made it work with whatever we had. We're using the same Ethereon that we were using for solo hard spider. So I just want to have a build that can be multifunctional. So yeah, Ethereon built well, ready to deal some damage. He's the main damage dealer for this team. He brings decreased attack, block buffs, which is very important. The block buffs is very, very important for these runs to be consistent. He can self buff himself, and he has turn meter, so he can deal extra damage and all that stuff. Nature's Wrath is a perfect blessing for him. Now Visix we had to use because Visix is the only champion on his account that basically can provoke without too much intervention on full auto. Aphidus can provoke, but you have to transform him into his second form. And his second form doesn't really bring enough to the Hydra fight, right? You got stun, continuous heals, strengthen, increased defense, and provoke. That's about it. And then he has single target hits. His base form is actually pretty strong for Hydra. Like he has HP burns, increased attack, decreased defense on his A1, but no provoke. So I tried to use Aphidus. It didn't really work out too well, so I decided not to use him. We have Visix here. She does a lot for Hydra. She's really good. Obviously, she's a free champion after 270 days. The problem, again, with this account is gear. Now, there's not many champions on this FlowDaddy's account that actually brings Hex. The only champion that really brings Hex is Mithrala and a Kentum. So Mithrala can be great in a comp like this, but we still need that provoke, right? We still need that very valuable provoke. And we don't have any provoke gear, and we don't have any hex gear. So look at the hex gear that I have on this Visix, and it's pretty atrocious, right? These are pretty atrocious pieces. Like at least we have a 6-star boot here. But yeah, her stats definitely lacking. Like she needs at least another 50 speed. Even her accuracy is a little bit on the low side. So in terms of overall consistency for this team, for her landing her debuffs and stuff, it's going to be difficult. But she is able to land as many as decreased speed, the provoke, and the hex. Again, the big problem here is books. We don't have the necessary books to make this team really work super well, right? So we have a 4-turn cooldown AoE provoke. We have a 4-turn cooldown decreased speed. Like it's not the end of the world to have decreased speed, but there's actually not too many options for decreased speed as well. And decreased speed allows teams to do more damage, right? So we just don't have too many options here that are super viable. Like you could use Shamrock. I've used Shamrock in the past and he's kind of okay. 3-turn cooldown here. He has a 4-turn decrease speed here with the turn meter fill. So that kind of makes up for it a little bit. So you definitely could use Shamrock maybe as a support champion. Maybe he could work, Shamrock. Again, then you'll run into the issue with no hex, right? You run into the issue with no hex. So it's constant juggling of debuffs and buffs to make everything work and what you can actually sacrifice. We're bringing Lydia in here just because she brings the all-important AoE decreased defense. We actually don't have that much AoE decreased defense on this account. So if you look at right here, like his options, he has an Ugo, but you're bringing Otherion, right? You're bringing Otherion, so you don't need her for the block buffs. Ugo is fine. You could bring an extra block buff champion like Ugo. So you can definitely bring her, maybe gear her out in the hex set and then make her do some work. But otherwise, again, we don't have too many options here for AoE decreased defense. Lydia is very good because she does bring the weaken as well. Not geared overly crazy or anything like that. You can add the ring back if you want, make her a little bit faster if you want. Just need 300 plus accuracy, make her tanky enough to survive, and it's all good. Up next, we have Newt. We did use the same Newt for the Spider team here. He is geared to play in various areas. So 261 speed, he can play in Fire Knight Hard. He can do basically like Sand Devil if you want him to. He can do, of course, Spider. He can do Nightmare Hydra if you want him to. A little short on the accuracy here. Again, some glyphs would definitely be helpful. But he's going to do some decent damage here against Nightmare Hydra. He can basically instantly free your champion if you want. Not fully optimized, like for example, like relics or anything like that. His blessings seem fine. You probably want Giant Slayer instead, but War Master is fine. I don't really want to shuffle his masteries too much. So that's fine. Marichka, missing a piece of gear, but still very viable in this team. So you can just add her. She has a little bit of resistance. So her and Duchess both have a little bit of resistance. Probably add another piece here just to give her some additional speed. I wasn't aware that she was missing one piece. In terms of masteries, it doesn't really matter for her. Resistance is totally fine. Didn't want to play around too much with that. Blessing, obviously this is for arena and so forth. So again, I did not want to mess with that. But this team, at least it has the Reviver, the double Reviver, it has the Cleanse, has some pretty tanky champions. Marichka is actually pretty good with the A1, bringing in additional damage as well. You have 2 damage dealers, so that means that one can free the other if they get eaten. You have the Provoke, Hex, decreased speed champion with the Visix. This champion is very, very important. If this champion is not geared super well, like she's not even fully booked, which is a big problem too, then you need more support, right? You need basically like Lydia with Hex gear, for example, Duchess with protection gear so she can deal more damage. But you need these 2 champions. You need minimum 2 damage dealers for this. Both Newt and Otherion are very good for Nightmare Hydra. They do good damage, like they do enough for 1 key damage without too much issues. You could also bring a champion like Geomancer. Geomancer could be fine as well. Maybe not as auto-friendly, for example, but I think this team's pretty auto-friendly, but definitely lots of areas to improve on. So, it's still an account that has lots and lots of tools. It even has some pretty good gear, especially for level 85, but there's definitely lots of places where it can still be improved. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this FlowDaddy's account here. We did the Spider normal all the way up to hard 10, as well as we got him his first Nightmare Hydra key. So I think we did some pretty good progress on his account. We did spend quite a bit of time here, so hopefully he's happy with everything. If you guys are interested in these kind of takeovers or these kind of videos, let me know in the comments below. You guys can reach out to me in my Discord. Send me a DM and let me know what you guys are looking for and all that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching until the end. Appreciate you all. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.